Hey, welcome to another episode of the Fighter Stance Combat Sports Edition. I'm joined by Patrick. I can rep 315 on bench press Miller.
Thanks, man.
Dude, that heavy. Is insane.
And I have old shoulders, too.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. That's a lot of testosterone you got going through your veins
it's like 900. My TRT clinic is killing it.
We were saying I'm much more curious about what people's T is as opposed to what they can bench. Yeah. But knowing your T, it makes sense you can bench that much.
Yeah. Also, I moved and I go to this place called Game Day now, and they come to Heroes Jiu-Jitsu. Like, awesome. Like, this isn't a commercial. Maybe it is.
Oh, that's the workout facility?
No, the Game Day is where I go get my T.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So I just get mine from I got a guy.
Yeah. You got a guy. We have to go to a back alley. He's a guy that I talk to at Gold's. He just keeps it in his bag.
He seems like a straight shooter.
Yeah. So we're gonna drop this podcast. Today's Wednesday. We're gonna drop it tomorrow.
Cool.
Because next Thursday we're gonna talk about the UFC, because I think that weekend there is the ADCC and CJI. So if you guys don't know what's going on, ADCC has been like the standard bearer for big jiu-jitsu tournaments, right? Like, they've had the best of the best
forever. It's always been if you're an ADCC champion, you are the best of the best.
Yeah, it was like an Olympic gold medal, but for jiu-jitsu.
Correct.
Well, Craig Jones is a little bit mad about fighter pay and wanted people to get paid more, so he just started his own tournament, and it's called CJI, the Craig Jones Invitational, which is hilarious because Craig Jones is hilarious.
Big difference is, so a winner of ADCC, getting the gold medal every 2 years, you're getting what, 10 grand, right? And no show money, not a lot of sponsorship money.
No, not at all.
So Craig saw this event going for like the Thomas and Mack Center last year, spending a ton of money, and now it's in T-Mobile Arena, and athletes are by and large getting paid the exact same amount.
Yeah, they were getting the same. And so the problem with it is he saw all the seats grow, and he was like, I think that we should get paid more. They weren't, so he started to think, I think competition is good, right? Because now, I think the women prize money for ADCC jumped because it was like half of what the guys got, and they got their show money now, so it's like 25. But there's some rumors going around that it's more than, like, some people are getting paid more. That's neither here nor there. They're just. It's advancing the sport. People are getting paid more. I think that competition is always good. I'm not 100% sure that it's great to do it the same weekend.
I think that way it's the most impactful.
Yeah, so, I 100% agree with you. But also, here's the problem. CJI is not going to have the best two grapplers in it, like, in the world.
Who's the other one besides Gordon?
Giancarlo Badoni.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Giancarlo could be in that under 80.
Yeah.
And Gordon can be in that over 80. And then it's just
I don't know. Giancarlo was 88 kg champ, right?
Yeah, but I think
that'd be cutting a lot of weight.
Yeah, but I think he could do it, though.
I mean, I'm not going to do the math for kilograms to pounds and the differences and stuff, but I know it's substantial.
Yeah, but again, I think he can do it.
Okay.
And he I think that he does it under, and he could win it pretty easy. And then we all know Gordon, what he does in the world.
Yeah.
So, even if Gordon's having stomach problems, Luke Griffith is like, I guess I would say he's the next on deck.
Okay.
Him or Big Dan.
Yeah.
So or Marigali. So really, we'll talk about it because I'm going to give my favorites for each. The ADCC weight classes, but I just think that fighter pay is good. I think Gordon said that you can make $1 million off instructionals, but not everybody can make that. Just only if you win it.
Right. It's kind of like in the UFC, same thing. Well, UFC gives you this huge exposure. Now you can be an entrepreneur and start your own business. No, dude, I became a fighter, and that's my job. Pay me as such.
Yes, 100%.
It's not like that my competition should lead me to all these other avenues for, monetary gain. Pay me for the competition.
Yes.
And so I think what Craig's doing is cool. It's $1 million prize to the winners of the division, much larger divisions, right?
Yes.
But yeah, it's gotten me way more excited about this whole grappling scene.
That's the thing too, though, is like, you talk to people now, they know about it.
Yeah.
And then so again,
Rogan was helpful.
Yeah. Well, also too, like, if you saw that where it was Craig Jones versus Gabby Garcia, and Hanato Larajan fucking commentated it. It was the funniest, and it was mostly Hanato Larajan, not, and that's not his
Laranja.
Yeah, whatever. That's not his real name.
Larajan.
Yeah, whatever. You know I'm horrible with names. Anyways, so it was hilarious. So it's just getting more eyes on jiu-jitsu, and
Big
time. So I think that was it, like rising tides raises all boats kind
Correct.
of thing. Like,
Yep.
so everyone's gonna profit off this, and the more and more people that get their eyes on jiu-jitsu, the better it is. So I think it's a win-win for everybody except for ADCC. Like, I understand why they're mad. I know that Seth Daniels like he went off on like Craig Jones.
He went off and then pulled it back, right?
Yeah, there was some. Yeah, so we got to be careful because it's a sport, and like we got to stay.
Well, we're very plugged in, so we kind of remain agnostic on this.
Yeah.
The thing that I listen, I got no horses in this race or something like that, right? But I do enjoy all the controversy.
Yeah. So this is just let me throw this out there. John Danaher's the like amazing coach, very nice guy. Like, I went and trained there. He helped me get ready for my fight. Again, I think that like they're a next level. And B Team is like a Heroes Jiu-Jitsu school. Yeah. And Nicky Rod did a Friday class. So like I want to kind of stay out of the drama, but I really like watching it.
I'm staying out of the drama, but I love it watching it from afar.
100%. And also, it doesn't really matter though at the end of the day, because the two best grapplers in the world aren't in CJI.
Yeah.
And if you would have done it a different weekend, maybe you could have got the two best grapplers in the world in CJI, which I believe under 80, I think John Carlo could probably make it. It might be a stretch, but I think he can do it. And then over, it would be Gordon. So at the end of the day, like, CJI is going to be awesome. I'm going to watch it because of the alley. But, like, again, you're missing – this is not the best in the world. The best in the world is still going to be at ADCC. And – over 80 and under 80 doesn't really benefit this first bracket we're going to go to, or the first, like, it's not a bracket because I don't have the brackets out yet, but the first group under 66 kg.
16-man division.
Yes, but they haven't built they do the brackets the night before. So
let's get into it.
Yeah, so let's talk about, like, this one is, the under 66 is very, it's wild because Diego Pato beat Diego Hayes and at who's number one. Okay. We were there.
Yeah.
And so, you got to go, like, I would say Diego Hayes, Baby Shark, but because Baby Shark lost to Diego Pato, I'm going to go Diego Pato. And then this isn't going to be popular, but depending on which side of the bracket Fabricio Andre is on, I'm going to go Fabricio Andre and Diego Pato. Diego Hayes just he didn't look amazing. He kind of got his knee tweaked in that one because all the leg locks Diego Pato's going for. So I'm going to go Diego Pato, and I'm going to go Fabricio Andre just because I love watching Fabricio Andre. Fabricio Andre has a win over John Carlo in Polaris over in the UK. So, like, I think Fabricio Andre is one of the funnest grapplers to watch, and Diego Pato is, like, one of the most technical.
Man, yeah, I've seen those guys compete. I watched a lot of ADCC last year. We were at the Who's Number One, watched those guys again. Ethan Creliston, one of the best guys. Dorian Olivares, 17 years old, 18 years old, something like that. That guy
really
is
good
a
wrestling.
Total monster. Yep. I mean, just such a grinder. He wears out almost everybody.
So who's going to be your picks?
But then you have this 10th Planet stud, Keith Krikorian, who's been on the rise for a while. My pick, I'm going with the dark horse, Dorian Olivares.
What's that? You can give two.
I get two?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going Creliston.
Those are good picks.
Yeah. Even though Olivares has a win over Creliston, anything can happen on the mats. They might not ever go against each other in this bracket, but those are my two. Ethan, obviously one of the founding members at B Team. Solid dude. Used to come compete for our On It Invitational way back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's been fun watching his come up.
So let's go under 77. So under 77, like Mika. If you don't say Mika is gonna win this, like,
you don't know jiu-jitsu.
You don't know jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Now,
has JT Torres ever won?
Yeah.
He's won his weight class at ADCC.
He's
before,
won,
right?
and he got subbed by Nicky Ryan not too long ago.
Yeah.
So he's an older guy.
Right.
But no, he's an amazing coach, still a really good competitor. But if I have to pick like a final that I would love to see, I'd love to see Mika
and versus
Gary Tonin.
Yeah,
right. Those. So again, Gary, and also another one that I'm gonna throw out there, who I wouldn't be surprised if he made it really far, is PJ Barch.
PJ Barch is great.
PJ Barch is one of those guys who he just won, he's won the Polaris belt. He doesn't when he's on, he's just very difficult to beat, and he beats a lot of guys that you don't think he would. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just popped in there, but for me it's gonna be Mika, Gary Tonin, and then I would love to see PJ because he's he's a good wrestler.
I mean, PJ Barch, again, another guy we had on the On Invitationals way back in the day.
Yep.
Really good. I'm pretty sure he won a couple of them for us. He trains with Justin Flores, J-Flow Judo. Yeah. So his wrestling game, his judo game, his submission game is all top notch. JT Torres, getting a little bit older, probably won't go as far as he used to. Wagner Rocha, same thing, older, but a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Davi Ramos has won before, UFC guy.
He hit that nasty
Ramos.
He was so the dude he hit this. He's one of it was like a highlight for a long time. The dude guy was sitting open Davey Ramos jumped over his guard and then got him in an armbar, and now a lot of people
everybody's trying it.
Yeah, because it looks so good.
I didn't even notice Taza on here. I mean, one of the new wave guys.
Yep.
Always potentially, always with the potential
great
to go far.
leg entries. Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I'm going Mika Galvao and Gary Tonin.
Yep.
Would love to see that in a finals matchup.
I would love to see, I know I trained at New Wave. I never saw them roll together, but Gary Tonin and Oliver, I never saw them get.
Right.
But it would be fun to watch that match.
Big time.
So let's go to under 88.
Okay.
So for me, the first one is easy.
Giancarlo?
Yeah. It's very easy. But after that, it gets a little spicy because Isaac Michel, assassin. Achilles Rocha, Wagner Rocha's son.
Oh wow,
he does some crazy.
How cool is that? Him and his son are both in ADCC.
Yeah, bro. He does some crazy stuff. I don't want to Felipe Costa. He's moving down. He won the Brazilian. He's very good too. Elder Cruz is always good. J Rod is always fun to watch.
Yep.
Right. So for all those, I never can count any of them out. But Pedro Mourinho has a
Pedro
win.
Mourinho has been one of the top guys for a while,
and
now.
He has a win over Giancarlo.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna go Giancarlo, Jacob Couch, some of the best leg locks. He just kind of got smashed.
Is he the Hillbilly Hammer?
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He got smashed in the last two number one where they're fighting for the belt.
Right.
Against
Isaac Michel. I mean, he's a top guy. Where's he training out of now?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he's a Brazilian fighter.
Okay, cool.
So again, for me, I'm gonna go Giancarlo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay safe with this one. I'm gonna go Pedro Mourinho.
Okay.
I just think
I like those picks. I'm going Giancarlo and I'm going Felipe Costa. I got big I think that guy will go far. He's going to continue to get better and better. When I first met him, when he moved to Austin over Shanji and them, he was a brown belt. Yeah. I mean, but he was like a brown belt that, could beat most black belts around, right?
So I did
and I was watching him grapple the other day with Lovato, and they were having a scrap, man.
So I went to Grappling Industries, and I did masters because I'm old as shit, and he did adult. And it was brown and black belts. I saw him. I was like, good thing I chose masters fighting this kid.
Yeah.
And then, so moving on to the under 99.
Okay, wait. So yours was Giancarlo and Pedro, and I went Giancarlo Felipe.
Yeah.
Cool.
So under 99, Kenyon Duarte, who's an ADCC champion, he just he's really good, but he lost to Marigali.
Okay.
So for me, this one, it's easy for me. It's sad though because Cyborg's a legend, Lovato's a legend.
Sure.
Patrick Gaudio is a GF team guy. So for me, I'm gonna go Kenyon and Marigali, and I think Marigali wins that.
I think those are solid picks. I'm gonna go Marigali just because all you hear about him is how good he's doing Nogi now.
Yeah.
From that, that new wave camp. Yeah. And obviously he's got, in one of the top camps in the world. And I got to go with my boy Lovato. I know it'll probably be his last ADCC. This is, one of the only tournaments, martial arts competitions that he hasn't won. You know, Bellator middleweight world champion, has won all the no-gi worlds, the gi worlds. Would love to see him have a run here.
So if they split up Big Dan for this next one over in plus 99, if they split up Big Dan and Luke Griffith and put them on opposite sides of the brackets, which I don't think they're going to do that. I think they make them fight so there's not a closeout. I would say those two, but because how they're not going to do that, I'm going to go if they have to fight, whoever wins out of Big Dan and Luke will fight. I keep going back and forth on this one. This is just very difficult for me to pick because everyone's so good. But that guy who just fought Gordon, because Gordon's not on here. The guy that just fought Gordon, so he's doing 2 super fights. The guy that just fought Gordon, Gordon kind of wrecked him, but it's Gordon, so like it is.
What it is. Who was that guy?
That's the Josh Saunders from Australia.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go whoever as long as they're on opposite again because the bracket plays a lot of play in this. So and they're gonna make Luke and Big Dan fight before the finals so that there's not a split.
Right, that makes sense.
So let's say whoever wins out of Dan and Luke, and then is gonna fight Josh Saunders.
So I didn't realize Luke won at under 99 kg. So he's going up in weight for this.
That's plus, yeah.
Yeah, which I thought he was already a huge dude. I can't believe he was under. Yeah. Okay, I like those. I didn't realize Heisem's in this too.
Yeah. So the problem for me on that one is that Josh Saunders got wrecked by Gordon, but that everyone gets wrecked by Gordon.
Yeah.
So and I think his game is very good to beat anybody to at least get the finals. Again, I think whoever wins out of Luke and Big Dan is going to win it, but I think the person in the finals, as long as he's on the opposite side of the brackets, will be Josh Saunders.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't know as many of these names. How about number 7? Can you read that last name?
Oh, my goodness. Number 7, Mansur Makhmanov.
Actually, we could probably do this.
Yeah.
Makhmanov.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I'm going Luke Griffin or Dan. Yeah, I'm on the same page as that, man. Yeah. I saw Luke compete recently, and was that who's number 1?
Yeah.
He looked awesome.
Yeah, I think because they're going to have to fight.
Yeah.
Because they made Fabrice Andre and Baby Shark fight in the semifinals, I think, last time. So they're going to have to fight each other. That being said, like whoever wins that is going to win it. But I think that Josh Saunders guy didn't get enough credit.
For that match against Gordon.
Yeah, because again, it's Gordon. And Gordon had stomach issues, but that guy, Josh Saunders, is jacked.
He's huge, yeah.
And he has a really good leg lock game, but his game doesn't match up good against Gordon because Gordon has the best leg lock game. And then I think Big Dan and Luke are just the second coming of Gordon.
Right.
So whoever, they're going to beat him. But Josh Saunders, I think, has a really good chance of making the finals.
I think it'd be a little, we'd be doing a disservice to not point out that Vinny Magalesh and Felipe Pena are both in that bracket.
Yeah.
Both seasoned dudes. I don't see him winning. And I didn't realize that Felipe Pena is one of the super fights with Gordon too. Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see, how do you think Heisem Rita stacks up in that? I mean, because he's another huge dude.
He's
not as huge.
And, the thing that we didn't really talk about is the fact that Cyborg moved down to under, which is awesome. But I got a chance to roll with Heisem when he taught at Heroes, and he's nasty.
Yeah.
The thing that I worry about, though, is when you have the technical leg lockers,
right,
and they're not going to let you use that explosiveness. Heisem stacks up well against a lot of those. I think he can beat most of those guys, but I think that when it comes down to it, Luke Griffith, Big Dan, or that Josh Saunders dude are going to get him.
Gotcha.
That being said, that the Cyborg being an under 99 is something to look for, though.
Yeah.
He's a vet. Like, you can't him and Lovato. Like, I would love to see that match.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. Do you want to move on to the CJI?
Yeah, let's move on to the CJI. I'm not as familiar with the females.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, let me check it out real quick.
Rocha, she's tough.
Jasmine Rocha.
She's tough.
Kendall Roosing, she's probably one of the favorites, huh?
Yep. She got invited. She hurt her knee last ADCC.
Oh, okay.
She got body locked and kind of fell on it wrong. She has really good wrestling. So let's talk about the super fights first.
For ADCC?
No, for ADCC has got Gordon versus.
You just got Gordon versus Felipe and Gordon versus Yuri Simões.
Yeah, I think Gordon beats Yuri, and I think Gordon beats Felipe.
I think we've already seen him beat both of them.
Yeah,
it's not that exciting for me. Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, the super fights for the super fights for CJI is so much fun.
Yeah,
it's so Mackenzie Dern is fighting. Fabiana Davies.
Mackenzie Dern just fought in the UFC this past weekend.
So the thing that worries me about that fight, but the super fight, the jiu-jitsu match, I know how you feel about that, with Mackenzie Dern and Fabiana Davies, is Mackenzie Dern just fought. And I'm sure she's been doing a lot of striking because she's fighting MMA. So like, is that gonna make her tougher, or like, is it gonna hurt her? Because all Fabiana Davies is doing is training jiu-jitsu.
Good question, man. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to keep up with the jiu-jitsu players when you're trying to be a high-level mixed martial artist. So,
no one's really done it successfully.
No,
even when what's his GF team guy? He was really good for a long time. He fights in the UFC, super jacked, 185 pounder.
GFT guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He. Okay, now it's gonna bother me. Adolfo Vieira.
Oh yeah.
Adolfo Vieira, like his jiu-jitsu is sick, but like he did a jiu-jitsu match after he was fighting in the UFC already, and he lost to someone he probably shouldn't have lost to.
And he got subbed arm triangle in the UFC to like a purple belt because he got tired.
Yeah. So like I don't know. So I'm interested to see how that plays out in this. So for me, I'm gonna go Fabiana Davies just because that all she's concentrating on is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
If Mackenzie Dern wins, I'm not gonna be mad at it.
Well, also Mackenzie Dern, she had a decision. You know, you don't know what kind of injury she underwent in her camp in that fight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at either one of them though. I'm watching it. Smoke shows. And then
the other super fight.
Who are you picking?
I'm gonna go not Fiona.
You're gonna Davies. Okay, cool. Yeah. What about? Let's save that one for the end. Let's say that the last one. Okay,
the big one.
Yeah. So let's do over 80 first.
Okay,
and then we'll go under.
Cool.
Okay, so we'll just do this the easiest way possible. Let's just start at we'll do the top 4 seeds, and then we'll just pick 2 people to win it.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So like.
Okay. I'm going Nicky Rod over Max.
Yeah. You going Nicky Rod over Max?
Going Nicky Rod over Max.
So I'm going Nicky Rod over Max, but Max is so big, and but also that he's been training for MMA. Mm-hmm. Terrifying MMA fighter.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's huge.
Well.
Yeah. And then go to Luke Rockhold versus Pat Downey. This is one of those where it's again MMA fighter versus a wrestler. Yeah. But Luke Rockhold, his submission and his takedowns are serious.
Luke Rockhold has high-level jiu-jitsu, submissions, takedowns, all the above. Even if Pat Downey takes him down, I could see Rockhold locking up something from the bottom.
Yeah, I think
a guillotine, something like that.
I think it's Rockhold.
Yeah.
Although I want to see the wrestlers do good, but I don't want to see them win.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're in a jiu-jitsu tournament and you're a wrestler and you just beat everybody.
Yeah.
Also, whenever you throw, again, I'm a wrestler. When you throw legs in there, it makes everything more difficult.
Sure.
So let's go Victor Hugo versus Lucas Kennard.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm not picking anybody over Victor.
No, me either.
Yeah.
All right, let's do William Tackett versus Joe Gabriel Hosha.
I mean, that's a big weight disparity.
No. That being said, I'm riding for my boy.
I'm going for Tackett.
Tackett, 100%. And I'm going to surprise the shit out of a whole bunch of people here in a minute too. So so who's your 2 favorites to win?
I kind of see it coming down to the rematch of Nicky Rod versus Victor Hugo.
So I think it's going to be Nicky Rod versus William Tackett.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So I'm going to say Nicky Rod versus William Tackett. I think Nicky Rod wins.
Yeah, okay.
But I think William Tackett makes it to the finals.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Victor Hugo versus Nicky Rod rematch. I think Victor Hugo takes it.
All right, let's do this under 80 kg.
Okay, let's do it.
So let's do Ty Ruotolo versus Jason Nolf.
I can't believe we have both Ruotolos in this division.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this bracket.
I want to see him fight at the end.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
I mean, this one is sick, dude. You got Ty Ruotolo, you got Roberto Jimenez, Lucas Barbosa, Varela, Joseph Chin, all on that same side.
Yeah, and
that is stacked.
So who are you going, Ty Ruotolo or Jason Nolf?
I'm going Ruotolo.
Okay, so On the same side of the bracket as Rotolo is Andy Riverella versus Joseph Chin. They fought at that main character that I did.
And Chin took a decision, like a long ass match,
yes,
right?
Yeah, Chin won.
Yeah.
So he had some good takedowns on him, took his back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Joseph Chin, but I wouldn't be surprised if Andy Riverella wins.
Takes it back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the guy who already beat him. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ty Rotolo and Joseph Chin on that side.
So Cade Rotolo versus Matthias Denise.
Yeah, I'm going Rotolo again.
Yeah, so I am too, but I also don't think that so they did top 4 seeds. I think it's because Craig Jones has his B team guys in there, so they had to do like a draw. But I'm a little bit salty about Matthias Denise being Cade Rotolo's first match. I would have rather seen
because you think that's a one seed versus 1 seed.
Well, I think it's like a 1 seed versus like a 5 or a 6.
Oh, okay.
Right, and that's the same thing for this next
Who's
one.
the 5 or 6 in that?
So I'm Matthias Denise.
Okay, gotcha.
So and then it's Andrew Tackett versus Nicky Ryan.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with that is Andrew Tackett and Matthias Denise, you could interchange those for 5 and 6. Just for me, it's like the same thing with Lucas Barbosa. I think if you do the top 8, it's Ty Rotolo, Cade, Nicky, Jason, or Joseph Chen, Andrew Tackett, Matthias Denise, and then Lucas Barbosa. Not in any order. I just think that is a problem. So we're there. So let's do this. I'm gonna go Andrew Tackett over Nicky Ryan.
I will too. I've known the Tackett's a long time. I like those kids. I call them kids. They're grown ass men now.
They call you sir though.
They still call me Mr. Andrew and sir.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're the best, dude, and they're so good at jiu-jitsu now. I mean, they are the future.
Yeah.
So
who are you picking in this one? The top 2.
Out of the whole, both sides of the division.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going finals Ty Rotolo versus Andrew Tackett.
I'm going same. Ty Rotolo versus Andrew Tackett, and I think Andrew Tackett takes it.
Heck yeah, I would love that.
I'm riding for my Texas boys. Texas versus everybody. We have the shirts. You could buy them or not.
Speaking of, who's this podcast brought to you by?
Sheepdog Response.
That's right. What does Sheepdog Response do?
Hey, so we are I'm a little biased because I work here, but the best tactical training course in America. Come learn how to shoot your firearms, learn how to fix somebody, learn how to do some combatives or some jiu-jitsu. We have some of the best trainers in the world. There's a tactical trauma course tomorrow here, which will be the day we drop this. And then we have some stuff all over. Just go to www.sheepdogresponse.com and check out if there's any training courses in your area. And if there's not, and you have a whole bunch of people that would like to take it, just send them an email, and then they can maybe schedule one.
Pretty sure we just dropped a buy one get one on the
BOGO?
courses as well.
Yeah.
So
I
take advantage.
100%. But next week we're gonna break down UFC 305. We got some big things happening for this podcast, so stay tuned to see what's going on. Thank you.
What's your sign out?
Oh, suck it, nerds.
There we go.